November 1st, 2025 Seeking the sacred Protamvriksh, Gauri and Arjun encounter a massive serpent guarding a cave. Meanwhile, Davan secretly guides Geza toward the same divine tree, pulling her closer to a destiny she cannot yet comprehend. November 2nd, 2025 As Gauri and Arjun step into the serpent's mouth in search of divine light, Geza begins to doubt Davansh's motives and questions him about Aditya's missing phone. November 3rd, 2025 Davansh vows to merge his powers with Geza, secretly plotting Vihan's destruction. Using illusionary doubles, he deceives Gauri and leaves her weak and disoriented. November 4th, 2025 When Gauri strikes the Protamvriksh, its divine light injures Davansh but revives Vihan. The awakened Vihan rises to battle Betelini in a fierce duel, while Gauri weeps in relief upon seeing him alive. November 5th, 2025 Pratamvanshi and Harsh devise rival plans concerning Vihan and Davansh. Amid the chaos, Vihan is left stunned when Geza suddenly proclaims herself to be his wife before everyone. November 6th, 2025 Gauri's heart breaks at Geza's bold claim, while Davansh fuels her despair by whispering that destiny has already chosen Geza as the fated one. November 7th, 2025 Vihan confronts Geza for the truth behind her sudden declaration, but she stays silent, trapped under Davansh's invisible hold over her spirit. November 8, 2025 Gauri receives a divine vision from the Protamvriksh, revealing that Geza holds the key to Davansh's downfall. Meanwhile, Davansh's strength grows as Geza's hesitation deepens. November 9, 2025 Determined to protect both Gauri and Geza, Vihan stands his ground against Davansh. But a sudden eclipse weakens his powers, forcing Gauri to face the danger alone. November 10, 2025 Guided by ancient chants, Gauri reaches the sacred cave's inner sanctum. There, she meets the spirit of Ananta, who warns that love will become both her weapon and her curse. November 11, 2025 Davansh commands Geza to destroy the sacred bond between Gauri and Vihan. But Geza's heart rebels, unleashing divine fire that burns through Davansh's illusions. November 12, 2025 Gauri and Geza finally come face to face, torn between trust and suspicion. Their souls mirror each other's pain as Davansh watches from the shadows, plotting to turn them into enemies. November 13, 2025 Vihan regains fragments of his lost power. Drawing strength from her pain, Gauri steels herself for a final confrontation beneath the sacred tree. November 14, 2025 As lightning splits the night sky, Gauri, Vihan, and Geza unite their powers against Davansh. The battle shakes the cave to its core, awakening the ancient force within Protamvriksh. November 15, 2025 Davansh falls in defeat, but his dark essence seeps into the roots of the sacred tree. Exhausted, Geza collapses as Gauri cradles her, vowing that light will rise again. November 16, 2025 At dawn, silence blankets the sacred valley. The Protamvriksh glows faintly once more as Vihan holds Gauri close, symbolizing the fragile balance between light and shadow. November 17, 2025 The elders of Pratamvanshi declare the end of Davansh's reign. Yet a haunting wind carries his whisper, suggesting his spirit still lingers between worlds. November 18, 2025 Geza awakens from her trance, remembering nothing of the battle or Davansh. Gauri hides the truth to protect her, while Vihan gazes toward the horizon, uneasy about what lies ahead. November 19, 2025 A dark shadow glides through the forest, the sign of something reborn beneath the roots. The ancient prophecy begins to rewrite itself as the Protamvriksh trembles faintly. November 20, 2025 Gauri and Vihan pledge to guard the sacred land together, unaware that Geza's destiny is far from over. Her connection to Davansh's lingering spirit slowly begins to awaken again. November 21, 2025 A golden leaf falls from the Protamvriksh, landing in Geza's hand. A pulse of energy surges through her, her eyes reflecting both purity and peril. November 22, 2025. The villagers grow uneasy as strange dreams spread through the valley, whispers foretelling the return of an ancient darkness. Gauri and Vihan begin preparations for the rituals of renewal. November 23, 2025. Davansh's faint laughter echoes through the night wind. His spirit, tethered to Geza's subconscious, feeds on her guilt and confusion. November 24, 2025. Gauri starts to sense Davansh's presence within Geza. Torn between compassion and fear, she vows to save Geza, even if it means risking her own soul. November 25, 2025. Vihan deciphers markings on the sacred stones foretelling a second rise of darkness. He warns Gauri that Davansh's story is far from over. November 26, 2025. A celestial storm strikes the valley. The sacred tree flickers between light and shadow, mirroring the turmoil inside Geza's heart. November 27, 2025. Gauri enters Geza's dreams and confronts Davansh's spirit, begging him to release her. He smiles and whispers that Geza has already chosen him, without knowing it. November 28, 2025. Temple bells ring by themselves, signaling a divine imbalance. Vihan senses that the Protamvriksha is calling for sacrifice once more. November 29, 2025. Drawn by Davansh's voice, Geza vanishes into the night. Gauri and Vihan chase her deep into the forbidden forest, their destinies bound once again. November 30, 2025. At the edge of the sacred lake, Geza stands beneath the moonlight, her reflection split in two. As Davansh's voice calls her name, the scene fades into silence and storm, hinting that the cycle is not yet over.